My name is Amita Bhagat, and I'm speaking with Barbara Abeles today. Barbara is a level 3 certified Iyengar yoga teacher from Argentina and runs her studio Yoga Bhakti Argentina. She is the president of the Iyengar Yoga Association of Argentina. She has been traveling to study at RIMYI since 2013, and on her last voyage there, she spent one academic year studying at RIMYI. Thank you for taking this time to speak with me, Barbara.
Thank you so much, Amita, for this.
I would love to discuss with you further your time at RIMYI and specifically the RIMYI children's yoga classes. Since you've been going there for many years and on your last trip there, you were there for 1 year, I would imagine you have seen many children's classes conducted there.
I have. I would go most Sundays. Most Sundays I would be there in the hall with at the back with the onlookers. And it's by far one of the funnest moments in the week. These days, there are many different kinds of kids yoga classes around the world and in every country. I think it's very trendy. And I think there are very distinctive features which characterize the RIMYI class, the RIMYI children's class, sorry. And I think one of the aspects which characterizes it is its intensity. It's a very intense moment. They keep the children 100%, 1000% engaged in what's happening in the class throughout the class. It's fun. It's very active, and most of all, they have the teachers and basically the program that the Iyengars have put together for the kids is of its highest quality, and they have a very, very clear aim of what they're working on every class and what they're building towards throughout the year. So having a clear aim in every moment of their work, I think it makes a big difference, and it differentiates the space compared to maybe other kids yoga classes.
So Barbara, Virendra Nayak is the current RIMYI children's class yoga teacher. And how is Virendra as a yoga teacher?
So kids need a very specific kind of guidance. Kids get very easily distracted. And what Virendra does very well is his presence in the classroom. He has a very commanding voice. The kids' attention are very easily drawn to his voice, his ideas, what he proposes to do in class, his activities. So it's very interesting to watch. When I would go to class on Sundays, I was maybe 2-3 minutes late, and I could already hear his instructions like from maybe 1 or 2 blocks away from the institute. So that is very important while conducting a children's class, having that kind of a presence. And then he's been trained directly by Guruji and Gitaji and Abhijata Iyengar. So that is very clear in his message. Whatever is coming from the very source, and the ideas that come from that are very effective for children. And most of all, he manages to speak at their level. Like he will give the kids references and examples that they can absolutely relate to. He will be absolutely connected to what the kids' interests are today and the games that kids play and the sports that kids play. And he will often make references to that, so that keeps them constantly engaged and interested and having fun. And it's very, very difficult to keep the kids' engagement up throughout the class.
So in your opinion, why do you think it would be important for parents to enroll their kids and teens in Iyengar yoga kids and teens classes?
Well, parents are concerned about their children's education and development. And this can be, or this can become a very important part of the children and the teens' upbringing and their emotional development, their intellectual development, their capacity to focus. And at the same time, they will be having just plain fun, and it'll be fun time for the kids. So it's a win-win situation.
So Barbara, so why do you think that kids would want to do this particular type of yoga classes, Guruji's Iyengar method for yoga for kids and teens?
Well, first of all, because it's so much fun. It will be like fun time of the week. Yes, it gives them a chance to be actively engaged in one subject throughout the class and not be jumping around passively consuming one stimulus to the next, which is very important so that they can develop their concentration skills. And it will also help them boost their stamina, which will be good for school, for sports, for any games that they play. And they will notice the difference right away. Like right after the yoga class, they'll surely feel more energized than before. And then they will love it. Definitely kids will love it. I think we name it as a yoga class, but it's actually, it's playtime for the kids. It's just playtime and plain fun for the kids and teens.
As a certified Iyengar yoga teacher, why would you want to do these classes?
Well, I think this is an important question, actually. I think as Iyengar yoga teachers, we should and we have the responsibility of being exposed to RIMYI teachings directly. And Virendra has been taught directly by Guruji, directly by Gitaji, directly by Abhijata Iyengar. Usually when you get trained to be a teacher by a mentor, by a teacher trainer or whatever, you get trained to teach adults. You don't really get trained for teaching children. And it has a there's a very different approach into teaching children. And there are honestly many teachers who are interested in this topic. So it's very important that certified teachers understand that the approach should be very different. The content is very different. The aims and objectives are very different. And you have to experience that firsthand. Like everything that we do and everything that we teach, we should have practiced first, and then we will go over to teaching whatever we say, whatever we convey. It's the same thing with children's classes. You have to have experienced whatever you're conveying in order to teach children, if that's whoever's teacher's interest.
And I think Guruji was a big proponent of experiential knowledge.
100%. 100%. He says so over and over again. Even there was I now organized a few sessions with Abhijata where she showed us how children's class was conducted. And one of the things Abhijata said, which was very important, is basically you have to have experienced it somehow in your own body to be able to convey it. And Virendra has been a student in the children's class first. He has been there since age like 9, and the rest of his life up until now, in which of course he's teaching now. So that is very clear in his teachings. That comes out very, very clearly. And for the same reasons, like we didn't get a chance to be students in the RIMYI children's class. So at least now we have a chance. We have a chance to live it in body and soul, and perhaps someday we can convey it or not. We can just have the experience for the experience sake.
Thank you so much, Barbara, for taking the time to speak with me about this important topic of teaching yoga to our next generation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amita. This has been great. Wonderful. Thank you so much.